Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I hope every single one of you is doing amazingly. I'm not going to see you for the first few minutes, but later on, we will dive into a session where I will put my screen on. I will only record myself, but I would like to see every single one of you so I can guide you through this super powerful process. So welcome into day 2 of Miracle Maker Masterclass. And I would absolutely love to know in the comment section, please let me know, how are you feeling after yesterday? How yesterday has impacted you and your heart and your system? What actually happened, changed, or shifted? Or what is that didn't happen that you wanted to perhaps happen? So let me know in the comments, how are you feeling based on yesterday? Did your energy frequency expansion, the way of thinking, went up or down? Let me know, how is that landing for you. If you are just joining first time in out of these 3 days, let me know in the comments, where are you watching this from? How are you feeling? How is the heart coherence in the room feeling in your heart? And let's communicate as much as that is possible in our chat, because this is how we flow with our energies. Okay, loves. So we are going to dive right now into deeper a little bit into the possibility. We are going to do a practice that is just gonna move mountains for you if you will allow yourself to go absolutely and entirely all in. Oh, that's probably what you will also see. Um, it will allow you to go all in with these practices. Now, it definitely is not going to be just easy sitting and oops, it is done. It is going to be a little bit like a workout. It is going to be feeling like, oh, wow, I've got to actually push myself. And that's the moment where I want you to ask yourself, from a place of compassion, from a place of truth, from a place of love, from a place of the life running through your veins, how free do I actually want to be? There is a phenomenal thing that I was sharing with one of my clients a few days ago. And we were talking about the difference between how actually involved you are in your practices to create, manifest, or build the thing that you desire, whether it is health, healing, your business, the relationship of your dreams. And we were talking about the way you are dancing at the morning after your meditation. Now, some people would be like, a little gentle, da 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 da, not even get up, just kind of like a very, very, very shrinked and minimized way of the movement. When another person, who doesn't matter if they won the lottery, if they got what they desire or not, they're crazy. They're dancing like crazy. The whole body is jumping and vibrating. The whole house is shaking because they are all in. And this is what I'm going to encourage you to examine within yourself, how actually truly all in you are. And I'm not saying you are not all in, I'm not saying you are half-assing. I'm asking you to develop a loving daily routine where you get to ask yourself, how free do I actually want to be? How truly all in I am in what I am doing? Because I remember the times when I was a little bit, a little bit believing I am all in, saying I am doing all of these things and nothing happens, where actually I was maybe 1% in. And my mind was scattered all over the way. And nothing wrong with it. That was where I was at. And it was a requirement to level up to another level and version of myself. And realize, oh my goodness, I thought I am all in, but actually I am not. Now, if based on yesterday and what we have went through yesterday, and also after you journaling, who, by the way, put in comment section who have journaled anything, who have journaled after yesterday, everything we were talking about, or some of it, put that in the comments for me also. Okay. um, And based on yesterday and journaling, what kind of limiting beliefs came up for you in order to create a miracle? What emotional barriers or blocks you have noticed or perhaps felt yourself from doing and feeling and being that base person? uh, Allow yourself to see very clearly what it is, and whatever it is, that thing that came up for you and you have missed yesterday, you can watch the recording within the next few days. It will be available for you, and you can go through all of that, and you can acknowledge and see very clearly that every single of these things is you judging yourself in some way. If you can overcome this one thing that I'm going to share with you right now, there's a lot that is going to open up for you. If you're going to realize, oh wow, I'm comparing myself with something or someone, with some idea of future me without acknowledging fully where I am at, or I'm shaming myself for not getting or having the results I desire yet. So there is a level of guilt and shame, which is lowest frequency, that comes up. And when you are able to just stop, absolutely no longer accept the thoughts floating in your energy field, telling you that there is something not okay or wrong with you because you don't have the results your mind tells you you should have by now. Okay, when you can stop guilt and shame and only shift your energy into thank you, thank you, thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, gratitude and love, gratitude and acceptance, gratitude and being present here and now in your body, and going all in like crazy, everything is going to change for you. Now, anything that is going to come up for you through the journaling and through the yesterday session and going all into internal learning, internal uncovering, what am I actually made up of? What's going on within me? You know, if I was here yesterday, why I haven't took any actions? Like I desire something to change, but I don't take actions. And then I secretly wish things were different. Okay. Like ask yourself all these questions from a place of love, simply from a place of love. And I want you to know, whatever it is that you have come up with, if you have those things that I shared on the screen, if you have a pineal gland, everything is possible for you. Absolutely everything. If you have a heart, absolutely everything is possible for you. If you have a brain, absolutely everything and anything is possible for you. If you have a nervous system, absolutely everything and anything is possible for you. If you have a DNA, absolutely everything and anything is possible for you. And if you will use intention or picture and marinate that together with an emotion, you will create it. So it could be a sad picture. It could be a sad picture of the past, something that happened that is just branded in your body as a feeling, as just, yeah. That's a picture marinated with a low emotion, which will be creating in every next now moment exactly the reality of, yeah. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if you will choose a picture or an intention, oh my God, I feel absolutely phenomenal. Woo! Wow, wow. Oh my God, it feels so alive. It feels so alive. It feels so grateful, so grateful. And I feel and I see my body open, and I see and feel myself running through the beach every single morning. And I feel and see myself meditating outside and sharing with another person on another one-on-one session how we together can make their dream come true within just days or weeks, right? When I feel and see that, obviously that's what I'm going to create in the next moment. I'm not going to create the old, I'm not going to create that, you know? And it's so powerful to check myself, check yourself in the mirror. Check yourself in the mirror every an hour. Every time you go to toilet, every time you wash your hands, how do you look at yourself in the mirror? Like, what frequency expression do you see? And if you will ask your body, if you don't communicate with your body, please start doing so right now. Start communicating with your body, and from a place of humility, from a place of I am open to receive the knowing and the truth that comes from my body, and just see which frequency and I'm operating from right now. And just ask yourself that. Start communicating with the parts of your body that you desire to be healed, more flexible, perhaps stronger, and start communicating and cooperating together. There was a time in my life, somewhere in between when I was 20 and 35, where few times I tried to exercise. That was the time when I was deeply disconnected from my truth, from my body, from my intuition, from my higher power. And that's where I was simply pushing and forcing my body to lose weight because I rejected it. I rejected it for what it is. I rejected it for its beauty, its magnificence, what it can do. And I just absorbed the conditioning all around me to shame my body, shame my belly, shame my shapes. Even if I was at the times of looking absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible, there would be still a deep, 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 profound disconnection and shame based way of thinking about myself. So every time I picked up a workout, obviously I couldn't follow up. The amount of guilt and shame that I was re-feeling and re-experiencing through that process was unbelievable. Did my body felt a little bit better? Yes, but I kept on marinating a picture of, this is super important for someone, a picture of slim me combined with guilt and shame that feels unbearable to feel it because I didn't know how to feel it at all. So be very, 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 very careful when you are desiring and creating your future. Perhaps you desire times two the income in your soul mission business. Perhaps your healing, energy healing practices, or yoga teaching classes. Perhaps there is some emotion attached to it that you don't see yourself yet, that it is of a lower frequency, and that's why it is not growing. Perhaps you don't like when the class doesn't do everything you guide them to do. Perhaps it is for you unacceptable to lead a class and people don't communicate with you when you ask them. You're giving your whole heart, your whole soul. You're asking them for feedback and there is no reply. Perhaps there is a feeling and emotion of resentment. Perhaps there is a feeling and emotion is like, hello, what's going on, right? Perhaps you just simply don't see the bigger picture in it and don't see the old way of being that crept in along the way. And that's also okay. That's also okay. But allow yourself to be super duper honest with yourself. That intention and picture you have that you are creating and manifesting, is it marinated with the emotion of a higher frequency, 500 or above? Okay. If you will go into Google and you will Google a scale of consciousness, you will see all of the emotions, and guilt and shame is on the bottom. Love is 500, and then you have peace and joy and enlightenment. And there is not yet on that scale, probably someone maybe made a new scale and added authenticity, which is far, far, far above enlightenment. Authenticity has been recently measured to be 4,000 and a half, where enlightenment is 751,000. So this is what tells us how extremely high frequency of coming authentically from my specific soul mission is, from my specific heart calling, that has nothing to do with copying anything or anyone. And it's definitely not assigned with a specific um, outcome that I am attached to. Okay, if I do this, you have to do that. If I'm nice to you, you have to nice to not to me back. If I'm putting this class, you have to communicate with me back. If I am saying this, you have to say this back. If I'm cracking a joke, you have to laugh, right? Watch all of this is the work. This is all daily internal work. And obviously, many of you already learn these things, but I'm just going to mention them briefly. And if you want to learn more about it, I'm not going to do it because it would take weeks for me to train you. And I already did that inside of the programs that I already created. So I will not be repeating myself here with the information that is already recorded and captured, and it's beaming its beautiful light in other containers like emotional intelligence hybrid program, or reset and rise up, which is a nervous system regulation program, or energy mastery, which is a multiple season a program that contains all of the information in how to raise your frequency from where you are at, that it doesn't feel like in alignment, into that desired state as wish already fulfilled. So pineal gland, it is your antenna, it is your communication, it is your receiver, it is your receiver, filled up with a milk-like liquid, where you are applying a little bit of a pressure on the crystals. They are literally crystals. They are inside of your pineal gland, and this is how that milky like substance is released. And there is a specific combination of chemicals that it's released within your brain, within your pineal gland, that is able to place you in a state of receivership of the information that it is in a quantum field. This is how I have, through activation of my pineal gland, through extremely deeply and profoundly applied nervous breathwork practices, many different ones, nervous system regulation also. This is how I picked it up information that it is in the books. This is how I myself had my visions of Jesus being in India. This is how I saw the visions of the very beginning. This is also how I healed my broken toe, or healed my puppies, or healed my spine, allowed myself to that energy ooze out of me. I didn't use my ego. Now you are going to heal your hand because they look a little bit wrinkly and old. No, I'm opening to the power that is my natural higher state. Then pineal gland is very important part in it. Heart has like a 40, let me know guys in the comments if that makes sense. A heart is like 42,000 brain like cells that think, feel, and remember, think, feel, and remember independently of the brain. Okay? Heart is magnetic, brain is electric. When we are creating heart and brain coherence, we are able, amazing. Thank you, Daniela. I appreciate you so much. When we are creating a heart and brain coherence, you are able to do, now listen to that, 300,000, not 3 times, 300,000 times more your immune system. So you are raising the activity of your system 300,000 times. All you've got to do is sit in heart and brain coherence 3 times a day for 10-15 minutes, 4 days. That's it. These are studies made by HeartMath Institute. So this is your immune system. Now, the recent newest information I was listening to from a very reliable source says that the group of women between age 25 and 35 was tested. 85% of them, all of the women, sports performance, Olympic athletes performance, normal women, mothers, single women, all of the kind. 85% of them suffers actively autoimmune disease without them knowing about it. They classified it, oh, it's just a rash, I have a skin issue, oh, I am having issue with my back or my lungs, or it's asthma. All of it is autoimmune disease. This is where the body goes against you. This is where body attacks itself. In other words, quote unquote, you are your own enemy. you don't cooperate with your body, with your system, you go against it, you fight with it, you push it, you force it, you are your biggest enemies. This is my personal definition of autoimmune disease based on my own experience I have had in my life from the age of perhaps 18, perhaps much earlier, until the age of around 30, 33, 35, maybe 37, still releasing the rest of it. So this is when you are your biggest enemy. This is when you are not in alignment with your heart, with your path, with your soul, and aligning using all of these things that are already built within our systems is the way to go. Okay, if you have a nervous system, now let's talk about the brain and heart a little bit more. There is more connection that goes from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. So we have been conditioned into believing that we should think logically, that we should be driven by the brain, not by the heart. Oh yeah, heart tells you this, but you have to do what your brain tells you. Like it's just incredible the stuff we were made to believe and be led by, which is entirely against our construct. That's why right now humanity is in the most critical and ill state that it has ever been. Okay, we were made to believe we are better than people who lived in 17th century, but that's not the case. That is not the case. Okay, I'm not gonna go too much into that rabbit hole. So when there is more connections coming from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart, that tells me very clearly, and I'm not a scientist yet, that I'm designed to be heart driven. I'm designed to have a lot of my attention and focus here. And then those specific aligned coherent signals are going to the brain and back. And that's how we create an electromagnetic energy field around the body. And there is a few practices that I will teach you actively today to go through and do it. And you will have the recording to go and do it on repeat. So we can activate all of these systems and place them into a harmony and balance frequency. Now, DNA. Your DNA sends one and the same message to the whole universe 24/7. Absolutely 24/7. It broadcasts a specific signal. If your nervous system is not regulated, so are all other of your systems and organs of your body out of balance and dysregulated. You can't expect your stomach to digest properly or liver work properly when your nervous system is disbalanced, when there is a trapped old trauma, all trapped unprocessed emotions that you didn't release yet. It is just impossible. It is like having a clogged pipes in the sink and expecting the water to just flow instead of build up. So when we have our nervous system, which is the electric system of the body regulated, the electric current flows and enriches electromagnetic field around our bodies. Okay, so it's the same as the turning lights on. You have the lights and electric system all around your house, and if there is something that doesn't fully connect, the wires are clogged, something is on the way, you will maybe hear that, or not even that, the lights will just simply not be on. And then that's when the body is depleting itself from its magnetism, from its healing energy. That's where the disconnection happens. That's why I always say in every single program with every single client that we are working with, that your nervous system regulation is your absolute foundation of your healing, growth, expansion, of your success, of your healthy, balanced, loving, lasting relationships. Your nervous system work is your biggest, most important foundation you will ever be able to do. After that, we are going into emotional healing, emotional balance, and we are growing in emotional intelligence to be able to navigate through simple human waves of feelings and emotions. Yesterday was eclipse. A lot of people had a massive meltdown. A lot of people made decisions. A lot of people really exited relationships or entered relationships. There is so much that happens, and now the ripple effect goes even more. How did you feel through the eclipse on Sunday night, the day before, or it was Saturday? I'm so confused with the days till day now. There was a day, I believe it was Saturday night, because I'm always experiencing everything earlier than everyone else, at least a day earlier, usually 2 weeks. Saturday night, I believe 5 or 6 p.m., I was unable to move any longer. And I just, okay, let me just go for a nap. I think it was 4 p.m. And I only got up at 9 o'clock to take off my makeup, get myself fully into pajamas and bed, and I sleep till next day. I set an alarm for 5 a.m., which it was way more than 12 hours of sleep, and I still was unable to get up. And my body just was processing so much. There was so much of my shadow that came up. When I sat down yesterday, today one masterclass, all of the hours before, the only thing I could feel, see, and hear were my shadow thoughts. But through the years of daily practice of emotional intelligence and nervous system regulation, I just simply knew I am not it, and it will not define me. And I'm going to show up and perform the best masterclass I have ever hosted. And that's exactly how I felt I did. Even if none of you came back and feedback with me yet so far, how did you felt? How was that class for you? That still, it's not going to define me, because there is a person over there who's gonna take all of this to the heart, apply every single thing, and change their life with it. That doesn't have to be you. That doesn't have to be the person who watches this a month after the masterclass is released. But this is a divine arrangement. This is something that is absolutely life changing. If it changed my life and the life of my clients, why wouldn't change yours? The difference is how deeply and beautifully you're allowing yourself to apply it. Okay. So when you are using emotional intelligence, you are able to realize that's not my thought, that's not my emotion, but I'm going to allow myself to have that emotion flow through me. And remember, I am not it. I will not be defined by low frequency emotion that comes up from the depth of my cells from the past, or maybe something I didn't fully process that happened a week ago, or maybe something that happened before I was even born to my grandparents. World War, I'm from Poland, right? World War One, World War Two, and I'm just now allowing this thing to come up to the surface. Okay, that's when you get to use emotional intelligence and just absolutely navigate yourself through the storm on the sea and have your boat untouched, keeping it on the course safe and in alignment with your journey. Let me know, guys, how is that landing for you? How is that comes into picture? If you're watching this on repeat, put that in the comments under the video. How is that actually lining and going together? Let's just go through it again. We are activating your pineal gland every single day. We are creating heart and brain coherence, so you are in a coherent alignment with your highest path, with your highest expression of who you came here to be, which is very unique to you. We are regulating your nervous system, so we are releasing the past out of your system, trapped along the way, like we spoke yesterday, that it gets clogged along our journey because of the conditioning we have received. And we are simultaneously up-leveling the signal that our DNA is sending 24/7. I am dysregulated or I am regulated. I am open to receive all I want, need, and desire because I am now in alignment and receivership with it. Or the DNA sends the signal, no, I'm blocked. I'm not allowing myself to receive. I'm not allowing myself to communicate with others how I feel. It makes so much sense, but challenging. I totally understand, Alice. That's why whenever anything feels challenging, you cannot expect yourself to go through it on your own. Your job when something feels challenging is to allow yourself to feel the fear and do it anyway, but with the help and support of another person. When the last time you have hired a one-on-one coach? When the last time you got yourself inside of a mastermind surrounded by 5, 10, 20 other women who are doing what you're doing or already experienced and manifested what you desire to experience and manifest? Okay. And you've got to get yourself inside and in between those people every single week. Every single week, perhaps even every single day, like a chat group when you are surrounded by people who are all in this work. Because if you are on your own with it, yes, you will be challenged. Now, your whole environment doesn't do what you're doing. You are obviously constantly pulled down. You raise yourself up slightly and then you're pulled down like two crabs in the bucket. So these are the things that I always teach and preach because they changed my life. They changed my life. They changed my life by allowing myself to be in a room, Zoom room, call room, chat room, surrounded by people of a higher frequency who do this work like a crazy person, who for over 9 years, 99% of the time, 99% of the weeks, I am in active connection with other people who do what I do, 12-step work. Every single day, looking within. Did my past self run the show today? Have I been resentful, selfish, dishonest, or in fear? Okay. Acknowledge that. What could I have done better? Another thing, how connected I am with my higher power. Another thing, how well have I done? How well have I done? What have I created? What can I celebrate today? What needs work? What needs support? And another thing, what is it from the shadow stuff, because it wants to hide, that wants to hide? And it is, if instead of hiding, can I share? Not can I, should I, like, would be the best for me, share with another person. And I have that person that I can share all of my shadow with. And I've been sharing with her for 9 years. Like, it is incredible. The deeper you go, the bigger results you create. And I know people who are watching me and others doing this work, they don't do this work and they still stay stuck. Yes, I understand it and feel it. It is constant learning. Yes, Daniela, and you are all in. You're absolutely all in. I'm having a beautiful and magnificent pleasure of watching you, Daniela, for 2 or 3 years now, being absolutely and entirely all in. No wonder you went like that. No wonder you went like that, flying high and just living your best life, creating magnificence all the way. No wonder. Okay, loves. So these are the daily things we are impacting on. Now creating that intention picture and marinating it with aligning the emotion, which is at ease, felt at ease, is the way. And if you have journaled the things to the T, to the core that we spoke about yesterday, and by the way, if you have been on yesterday and you've done none of the homework that I have suggested to you to do, there is nothing that holds you back from going back and doing it and making it happen today. If yesterday was challenging, yesterday was like, I can't do it. Okay, let's do it today. Let's do it today. Ask in the chat who can hold me accountable. Ask in the chat who can hold me accountable and just simply do it. And if you're watching this on repeat and you feel like you struggle, tomorrow I will share with you other opportunities of how can you allow yourself to receive more of the help, support, and practices. So the daily practices that I will be asking you to I think I will be sharing them tomorrow full on because I don't want to do too much. It's already 39 minutes into the masterclass and I want to go into the practice. So, my loves, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I am going to, well, I will actually share music. Okay. So, we are going to dive into, hello, I can see your faces. Hello. Okay, we are going to take a little now. On the recording, I believe there is going to be only my face. That's what I'm trying to set up over here. There's going to be only my face on the recording, but I'm going to encourage all of you to open your camera if your camera is closed. The reason for it is that I want to guide you through this experience. So we're going to take about 2-minute break to go to toilet, drink a glass of water. I'm going to encourage you. Now, only my face will be recorded, okay? So you don't have to worry. I'm going to encourage you, if there is something tight around your neck, chest, ribs, or belly, like a tight belt or like a little bit too tight pants or something, or too tight underline here, just take it off, put it on the side, and we will do a full on activation. If you are not ready to step into next level, then simply don't. But if you are all in, I'm going to encourage you to go all in. And I'm going to encourage, and it's gonna be a proper workout. It's not gonna be easy, relaxed, okay, we are at the beach in Mexico. It's going to be a full-on workout. It's going to require you to ask yourself, how free do I actually want to be? It's going to require you to push yourself through the discomfort, and it is going to be uncomfortable. But this is the discomfort that's on the other side. Right behind the discomfort, there is that reward you are craving. Okay. One more thing I'm going to remind everyone, on a scale of consciousness, majority of people right now in this age of civilization is called living that. Living that. Now, majority of people fear very little on a scale of feelings and emotions. They feel a little bit happy. They feel a little bit sad. They feel very little of what their human body has been made to feel. Now, the more you feel, the more flows through you. The more you feel, the more flows through you and it's released. The less it's stuck. So people desire to have passionate, beautiful, aligned, courageous lives, feel so much love and passion, wake up beaming with light, but they're not allowing themselves to feel the fear that is trapped in the body, the anger that is pushed down because they were made believe that anger is bad. They're not allowing themselves to even move their body in alignment with what they feel. So they stay stuck. Okay, so there is many somatic healing, nervous system regulation doctors that right now are calling this the age of living death. So the more you allow yourself to feel and move, now often the numbness is so wide and it's so deep that you can't create a feeling, but there is another way to do it, through the movement of your body. And we will use the power of the breath, which is going to be regulating your nervous system, activating your body. And I will put a lot of emphasis for you to breathe into the bottom of your belly. So I dressed up the way I dressed up so I can show you the best possible position that you can do that with. Now, not everyone would be able to do it, but if you can, have your hips open. This position opens your hips. This is where emotions, all stuck emotions, are stored in all different parts, and we will be breathing. So we move like crazy the most this part of the body. This is where the most old yucky energies are stuck. And I'm not sure about you, but I myself, throughout my life, developed unconsciously, especially in the past, and I still do, still notice one thing today also, pushing those down with a specific foods or drinks. Pushing it down with a specific food. For some of you might be that bag of crisps every single day. For some of you might be that a sweetie. For some of you might be eating a little bit too much. For some of you might be eating the way you were conditioned to eat instead of the way your body actually feels. The body is designed, and that's how people ate in even like the Greeks were eating the biggest meal around 2 o'clock, and that's it. After that, they ate nothing until the next day morning before they went into doing their work, their chores, or whatever. And then they ate at 2 o'clock the biggest meal. That's why children, that's why there is such a big fight with children with eating, because children also want to eat their bigger meal around 2 o'clock. They don't want to eat at 7 p.m. I don't want to eat at 7 p.m. and then be forced to bed and I feel my legs want to run because there is too much energy over there. So that's a subject maybe for some another time. I think I spoke about it at one of my programs somewhere at some point. What I'm going to encourage you is to sit up straight with your spine up straight, open hips as much as that's possible for you, and go fully all in. I will meet you back here in 2 minutes and we will go into the practice. Loves, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to encourage you to breathe with an open mouth. In and open mouth out. I'm gonna put the music off for a second. I'm just going to explain. With your open camera, I can guide you a little bit better through the process. Now we're going to have a few movements. First one will be breathing in with your hand on your chest and on your belly. Lower belly, it's also very, very right. It's going to benefit you in a big way. This is the part where there is a lot of guilt and shame stored and locked for many people. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, massive sneeze. I'm having very loud sneezes, like really loud. And the whole neighborhood can hear it. Wow. Okay, so put your hand on your heart and on your lower belly. And this is the first type of a breath, in and out through an open mouth. So this is where you're breathing in, not just into your lungs, not just into your ribs, but as deep as you possibly can. And some of you who have never practiced somatic breathing before, it is a practice. So allow yourself to deepen and go deeper every single time you are doing it. And allow the practice to take over. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's all about you staying in your body and feeling anything and everything that comes up. Anything, just feel it. Just allow yourself to fully feel it. Just allow yourself to no longer block yourself from feeling it. If you want to cry, allow it to cry because it will be releasing. If you want to shake and jump it out and scream it out and scream into the pillow, release. That's your healthy way of releasing anger or anything that got blocked along the way. And the more you release, the more you raise your frequency, the more is out, the more space you are creating for the new higher frequency, and the more capacity your body will have to hold high elevated emotion. You see, number one problem people having Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, they're unable to hold high elevated emotion. Their body has no capacity. Why? It's overflowing with low frequency emotions, feelings, and thoughts, and memories, and all of that stuff. So the more you release through this work, the higher you would be able to feel for longer periods of time. That's how simple things are. Now, so first breath is going to be on the heart, and no breaks in between inhale and exhale. It's continuous flow. Then we will move into pulling the breath from the bottom of your torso, from your perineum, squeezing it and pulling the breath up to the top of your head, holding it. Then we will release. Then we will move to another part of breath work. Another part of breath work is where we will go into opening the chest. So opening the higher part. And I call it angel wings. Okay, because it literally is gonna look like you're doing angel wings. It's gonna be, and it doesn't matter if you're doing inhale, exhale this way or that way. It's all about expanding your chest. So don't do it this way. Do it that way. Do you see how far my shoulders are? Maybe you don't have this flexibility yet. That's okay. Do it as far as you can. Angel wings. Do you see the expansion of my chest when I do it? Yes or no? Awesome. Okay, that's what we want. So this is where you're expanding your chest, expanding your feel capacity and your lungs capacity. You're opening your heart physically, physically also, which is what we want. Then we will pause and we will pull the breath from the perineum to the very top, just like in Kundalini yoga, just like in many different yogas, just like Dr. Joe Dispenza, just like many other breath works. We will pull to the top the breath while you're still squeezing your perineum and your belly sucked up, and you will hold it on the top and we will release it. And then we will go into a third one. This is where a lot of your, I call them demons, your lower energies will be like, no, don't do it. This is the moment to stop. You didn't know. This is too much. No, no, no. And this is the moment when I will ask you right now to make a vow with yourself. You will not stop until we are done with the breath work. If you desire to have a transformation, you better go all in. And this is the breath work. I call it, you can do it this way, you can do it that way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, whatever works for you. But this is where we are going to be releasing a lot of the old from this part, where is the most stuck. It doesn't matter if you are super slim over here or not, God holds the most of the old. It doesn't matter if you're bigger here or smaller, makes no difference. So this is where we are breathing in. So this is where this thing is working like that. Can you see the difference? Awesome. Amazing. So this is where we're going. So this is where we work chest opening, angel wings a little bit, and the bottom of your torso. And this is the one where I will ask you to push yourself as deep as you can. This is where after that, we will dive in and pull, the third one, the last one, pull. And after that, we will be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose for just a little bit, breathing in love. This is for some of you will feel the most challenged by if you live most of your life in survival. And after that, we will dive into a meditation, meditating clear picture with that elevated emotion. So if you done journaling yesterday, this is going to be a perfect daily practice that will move the mountains for you in your life that you can watch on repeat. Hey, loves, who is ready? Who is ready to dive in? Yes! Okay, my loves, sit up straight, close your eyes, and I'll be with you in a second. Allow yourself to go deeper right now, all inwards, all in. Take a deep breath, going even deeper inwards than ever before. And this practice is to be done all in sitting position with your spine up straight. So put a pillow behind you if your back is carved. And we are going to start. Activate yourself, become alerted. Put your hand on your heart, another on your low belly. And we are starting deep inhales and exhales, in and out through your open mouth. And off we go. That's it. Go all in, find your pace, and hold on to it. Keep on breathing. If your body isn't physically moving big way back and forth with each inhale and exhale, you are not doing this properly. Open your eyes if there is a need. Look at the screen. Make sure your body is moved with each inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If it isn't moved, you are not going deep enough. That's it. Feel it more. Feel it deeper. It is safe for you to feel. Open mouth, big inhale and big exhale. In and out through an open mouth. No breaks in between the inhales and exhales. How free do you want to be? How truly all in you are? That's it. Release it. Shake it out. Kick it out. Scream it out. Whatever feels right. Allow it to flow through your body. You don't need your mind's permission to release it. You don't have to carry this any longer. 1 minute left. Make the most out of it. Deep inhales and deep exhales. Love yourself enough to go deeper, a layer deeper than 1 minute ago. Seconds left. Make the most out of it. Seconds left. Make the most out of it. Feel it all. It is safe for you to feel. That's right. Even deeper. Inhale and exhale. Holding your heart and your beautiful belly in safety and sacred space. And we are going to pause for an inhale. So take a deep inhale, slow, starting with your perineum, squeezing your perineum up, pulling with your breath your belly, sucking your belly button into the spine, holding it there in place, and pull the breath up, up, up through your chest, through your throat, shoulders down, and into the top of your head. And then some more. Shoulders down and keep it on the top. Where do you hold fear in your body? When you need to take that next breath, do so with gentleness and gratitude. And in the next round, we will be doing angel wings and breathing into that part of your body that holds the fear. And here we go, arms up. And now big inhales in and out through your open mouth. Going a layer deeper and layer more of feelings. Full 2 minutes of inhales and exhales. In and out through your open mouth. I know it's challenging. I know it's not easy. Keep it up. You can do this. You can do this. I got you. You got you. You can do this. Feel it more. Feel the heaviness of your wings. Feel them strengthening their muscles. Say to yourself, I believe, I believe, I believe I can do this. I can do it for a whole another minute. One more time. That's it. I can do this. I'm made of the stuff of stars. I can do this. Allow more of your angelic energy to beam through your arms. Feel the pain, feel the soreness, feel the discomfort, and do it anyway. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing amazingly. Another minute. You can do this. You can do this. Up and down. Up and down. You're doing amazingly. That's it. I'm so proud of you. And now a big inhale. Squeezing your perineum, putting your shoulders and arms down on your lap or on your heart, and deep, long pull of your breath from the very bottom of you, squeezing your perineum, squeezing your belly, pull it through the top to the top of your head, and hold. What is the message your heart has for you today? Receive it fully and make that next breath full of love towards yourself and this present moment we are sharing together. And we will go back to the last round. This is where you are not going to give up. This is where you say no to your old self. And we are doing a little triangle or a fist. And we are moving up and down with your belly, breathing in and out to the bottom of your torso. And here we go, a layer deeper. Move your gut, make it move. Make your whole body move and bend. That's it. You can do this. You can do this. That's right. Even deeper, even bigger. Pulling that breath to the very bottom of your belly. Very bottom of that old stuff you no longer desire to be in. No more. Never again. Enough is enough. I am done with the old. Deep inhales in and out through your open mouth. That's it. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. You're doing amazingly. You're doing amazingly. Go into the depth of your gut. Activate your supernatural abilities. This is your moment. This is your day. This is going a dimension higher. Last minute, make the most out of it. You can do this. Keep pushing. Push it a little bit more. 40 seconds left. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. That's it. This is where it's at. I'm no longer held back. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we are diving into last breath hold. Sitting up even taller and straighter, shoulders down. Pull that breath from the very bottom of you, from underneath your root chakra. Squeeze your belly button to your spine. Keep pulling through your chest, through your throat, shoulders down to the top of your head. And then some more. And hold. What is your soul path in this life? See it clearly, like it already happened. And take a big breath. Take a deep breath. That's full of ease. We are switching the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in the love you always desired to receive. Keep inhale through the nose. And long exhale out through the mouth. Breathe your soul back into your body. Deep inhale through your nose to the bottom of your feet. And long, slow exhales out through your mouth. This is how we are regulating your nervous system into love and safety. breathe in the gratitude that you deprived yourself from. What have you been taking for granted? Breathe that in. Expanding in your heart how much love you can hold in your body. And we are diving into the meditation part of this session. So close your mouth. Put the tongue into the top roof of your mouth in its natural resting position. Slightly open your jaw with closed mouth. And stay seated with your spine up straight. And take a deep breath that comes in and out through your open, loving, coherent heart. Breathing in this new energy you have generated in and around your body. And diving and dissolving into pure I am. Just present in nowhere, in no time, as nothing. Just aware of your awareness. Surrendering deeper and deeper with each breath. Perhaps repeating internally towards the power of your own divine genius. I surrender. I surrender. I dissolve. I dissolve. And sensing from the inside of you, just being, repeating in your heart through the language of the feeling and emotion, I am. I am. I am. Staying present in this now moment. And becoming pure I am. and making those breaths much deeper and longer. Expanding with each breath your capacity for how deep and slow you are breathing in and breathing out, dissolving deeper and deeper. Surrendering more and more. And disappearing in the nothingness and vastness of nothing and everything, sensing nothing, seeing nothing, being nothing. Becoming aware of the bright light that enters the top of your head, the bright divine light that's within your heart, and the bright, loving, safe light that is on the bottom of your spine, allowing these three lights to meet together in your body, expanding in your wholeness, divine alignment with your specific path in this life, expanding the gratitude in your heart and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the moment where you are becoming her. The wish fulfilled is already behind you. Feel what is it like when your dream is already fulfilled. See yourself 6 months since it happened, celebrating yet again like it already manifested, sharing your gratitude and joy with your loved ones. Feel the tingles in your fingers and your feet and your belly, jumping, celebrating, and screaming from joy, expressing unapologetically your beautiful manifestation. And see yourself in presence, in gratitude, and continuously taking the actions as that version of yourself. Feel the naturalness in your body and in your emotions of being that version of you that already has it all, that already created from a place of love, openness, and receivership. That version of you that took all of the actions every single day. That version of you that received some form of support. That version of you that's guided by her divine genius. And stay in that state for another 7 minutes or longer. The music will keep on supporting you with going deeper in that state. So it is anchored and embodied in your muscle memory with each breath, bringing the picture and marinated, high elevated emotion of your wish fulfilled. I love you, and I will see you soon.